Alright, starting off first here with a 1924 Buffalo nickel that has a mint error. This coin has been broad struck, so it has that uncentered broad strike there, which we'll see around the rim of the coin. This coin is also graded at a mint state 65 by PCGS. That means the coin is in very good condition. The coin grading scale goes up to 70. This is at a 65. This nickel ended up selling for around $690. Moving on to another Buffalo nickel that is in very good condition, a mint state 64 grade, and it has a partial collar, which we'll see around the rim of the coin, and it also has that small, clip there on the planchet at the bottom of the coin. So this coin ended up selling for $345. Now this next coin here sold for over $380. However, it's not in good condition at all. It's very worn down. It's just very low on the coin grading scale, only graded at a good 4. So you go from 1 to 70, 70 being the best. This is at a 4. So very, rough condition coin here. However, it does have that reverse die break. So we'll see that large cud there, right there on the back end of the Buffalo. So that is very, very cool. You can actually look for cuds on all kinds of different coins, even Lincoln pennies and, quarters and modern coins as well. So not just Buffalo nickels. This coin, like I say, sold for over $380. Here's a 1924 D mint mark that sold for over $44,000, and that is because this Buffalo nickel is graded at a mint state 66 by PCGS. So if there's not many of these from 1924 with the D mint mark, by the way, the D mint mark will be there on the reverse of the coin at the bottom below the words 5 cents. If there's not many of these out there at a mint state 66 or higher, then that's what gives it the value. To have a coin like this at this grade is going to be rare. So that's why it sold for $44,000. Again, if we compare that here to a 1924 D mint mark that is only graded at a fine 15, this coin only sold for around 35 bucks. So you go from 44,000 to 35 bucks, all because of the condition of the coin. Here is a 1924 Buffalo nickel that has been double struck and rotated in collar there. Of course, you see that. Very obvious type of mint error here. You can look for double strikes on all kinds of different coins as well. So the coin design has been struck twice and that design rotated. Alright, so this coin ended up selling for over $2,200. Here's another example of a high-graded Buffalo nickel. However, this is the no mint mark, so it's not going to have a mint mark at all on the reverse. It's graded at a mint state 67, and that's why the coin sold for $16,000, because of that grade.